Salute wrestling friends and welcome to the Goodbread wrestling channel, also known as the Figure 4 TV. Now today we live with the drama. Mandy Rose calls out WWE hypocrisy over the NXT snub. They talking about Stephanie Vaquer is the first woman to hold both titles. So they trying to rewrite history, guys. Check out the intro. When we come back, we get right into this. So, WrestleZone reports, Mandy Rose responds to being snubbed by WWE. NXT Women's North American Champion Stephanie Vaquer beat Julia to win the NXT Women's Championship at NXT Roadblock. Since then, WWE has said that Vaquer is the first woman in NXT history to hold two titles simultaneously. WWE official website states more history came for Vaquer when she dethroned Julia at Roadblock 2025, becoming the first woman in history to become a double champion with two NXT titles. Mandy Rose then took to Twitter to respond to a fan who pointed out that Vaquer was not the first, as they brought up Rose's title win. Quote, "I like when WWE tries to pretend that their own history doesn't exist or that we're all stupid or something." At Mandy was the first women's WWE champion. Don't let them fool you. And that's no knock to Stephanie. She's great. She's just not the first. At PGH Payne 36 wrote, "Ha ha, yeah, it's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Thanks for the recognition though. Appreciate you," Mandy Rose replied. And then she put that post right there. And she replied to the picture. And you see it, guys. Mandy Rose held the UK Women's World Championship, also the NXT Women's World Championship. It's clear as day. We know the men. We know Keith Lee did it. But we talking about the women. Mandy Rose is right. You know what I mean? She is right. Mandy Rose is absolutely right here, guys. And WWE, they is wrong for this. I want to say they wrong, but then I get why they're doing it. And Mandy know why they want to erase her. They want to erase Mandy Rose out of the history because Mandy Rose went and did that OnlyFans thing. She went into the adult entertainment industry, and that's a black eye. They don't want any of their girls used outside of how they're going to use them in WWE.
Mandy Rose spoke with TMZ for a new interview where she discussed her post-WWE life after she was released from the company due to the adult content in which she was posting at the time and still does to this day on her fan time page, as the company became uncomfortable with it last December. And that decision was made for Rose to not only be released, but for her also to drop the NXT Women's title at the time to Roxanne Perez on the post-deadline episode of NXT television. Now, in early September 2023, she did take to Twitter. No, excuse me. It was a Instagram Q&A where she teased making a wrestling return. And throughout this interview, she talked about how her life after wrestling has been amazing because she gets to do what she wants to do. She's her own boss, and she's making killer money while also learning new skills. She did go out of her way to note that, she's very grateful for her time in WWE, and she went and changed that for the world, and it's an amazing platform, and she's forever grateful, and all in all.
So that's a breach of contract right there. So whenever you have that checkered past, WWE is definitely going to get you up out of there. Just like all of the men wrestlers who got the drug pass and the Benoits and the abuse and the domestic history. WWE get them right up out of there. They get them right off the history books. You understand? So this is common. It's common. Is it right? No, it's not right, but it's common. And Mandy Rose, she been watching WWE because she is on it. She just recently called out Tiffany Stratton for using her slogan. You remember, guys? So she's definitely got her ears to the WWE streets, even though she is no longer a part of the roster. The UK title Mandy won in a title unification match was discontinued immediately and combined with the NXT Women's title, which means she was not a double champion. Stephanie Vaquer won the NXT and the North American title separate and defends both, making her double champion. One of Mandy Rose's title reigns is not recognized by WWE. Mandy Rose was the NXT Women's Champion when she won the NXT UK Women's Championship at NXT World Collide 2022. There, she defeated NXT UK Women's Champion Miko Satomura and Blair Davenport to unify the two titles. In doing so, she became the first double women's champion in NXT history. However, Mandy Rose unified both titles, effectively retiring the NXT UK title. It might be a technicality, but Mandy is not recognized as the NXT UK Women's Champion in WWE record books. WWE still recognizes Miko Satomura as the final champion. WWE recognized 4 NXT UK Women's Champions who reigned between August 2018 and the Worlds Collide event in September 2022. Rhea Ripley was the inaugural champion, followed by Toni Storm and Kaylee Ray, aka Alba Fire. WWE released Mandy Rose in December 2022, and she has been mostly absent from the ring ever since. Man, this is some controversy, man. They're going to get Mandy Rose, her name up out of there on a technicality. And this is what WWE do, though, guys. When you not known, when you don't have a good name, and when you ain't leave on good terms with them, they're going to get you up out of there. You know what I mean? If you got any records, if you got any history, they're going to make sure they're going to go above and beyond to get somebody, to pick somebody and have them replace you in history. And you'll just be a footnote in their history. It sucks, but this is why I tell you guys, instead of trying to make somebody do something for you, do it for yourself. This is where owning your own company, you own the company so that you can write the history. It sucks though. That sucks. WWE sucks for that. Clearly, you see the girl with 2 titles. It don't matter. She didn't retire it right after she won it. So, man, yo, y'all tell me what y'all think, guys. But this is the latest right here. This is the news. And everybody talking about this. So what do you think? Do you think WWE should just give her the credit? And listen, let me tell you something, guys. It's rumors going around about Shawn Michaels and this Stephanie Vaquer girl. And I was supposed to do this video as soon as she retained those 2 titles. But I said, you know what? And this Mandy Rose thing came up. So I said, I'll merge the 2. But there's definitely something suspicious about the way Shawn Michaels and Stephanie Vaquer interact. Now, I ain't no shit starter, but I ain't stupid either. And then they push this girl. You got a roster full of women. It is more women than men. You know what I mean? Oba, he didn't even have an opponent. We had to go to TNA to bring in Oba opponent. But NXT, the women, you seen it after Stephanie won the title on Wednesday. I mean, after she retained the title on Wednesday. Did you see the locker room full of women claiming for the wanting to be #1 contender? So why would you put the title, both titles on one woman when you have a roster full of females worthy? You job my girl Jada Parker out because you make Jada Parker look bad. Now Jada Parker is the NXT KO, y'all. Jada Parker is the NXT KO, where she's good enough to be in there with the champion and it's believable, but she's gonna lose. This is I'm not feeling NXT at the moment. I'm not feeling this NXT black and silver. It's questionable booking. You know what I mean? It's questionable. And you guys to understand that it's questionable, guys. You can't allow them to play with your intelligence. Remember, guys, they had the girl get jumped. They had the girl get jumped after one match. She get jumped by 3 other girls. And then she still go on to retain the title. Like, I know that NXT and the writers for NXT is way smarter than that. Only Vince McMahon can write that. Only Vince. You guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, guys. Let me know what you think. Who would you like to see be the North American champion along with Stephanie Vaquer? Because they got to get rid of them. She cannot have both of them titles, but she can't have both of them titles. She's okay, she's good, but she's not the best thing there. Where is Lola Vice? Can we get an APP for Lola Vice? We need to see her back in the ring. In fact, I thought they was pushing Lola until they made a hard pivot and got these other 3 new girls. But NXT is known for spreading the love, and I don't see them spreading the love anymore. NXT moving like old Vince McMahon now, yo. Instead of the blonde hair, if you got black hair and red lipstick, Shawn Michaels is a fool for you. Shawn Michaels just in love. Amazing. All right, guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Like I said, let's take it to the comment section. If you got any comments, questions, if you got anything you want to add to this topic, let me know how you feel, man. That's what we're here to do. Like, share, and only subscribe if you're a wrestling loving fan. All right, guys. See ya.
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No lie. He's wild in there.